Hi friends, today I am going to take the second part of logarithmic differentiation. Day before we saw one important rule for logarithmic differentiation. Log differentiation कब use कर सकते हो? And at that time we had taken the type y is equal to x raised to x. यहाँ पे लिखता हूं मैं और x raised to sin x or x raised to tan x, x raised to tan x. So whatever the form x raised to x, x raised to sin x, two functions of x raised to each other, we have to take logs on both sides. That example we have, that type we have seen. दोनों तरफ log लेने के बाद use rules of logs and solve. That is one type. Today we are taking the second type. तो देखते हैं क्या है second type. तो second type में क्या है? If there is a combination of many functions involving multiplication and division, ऐसा. We have to take logs on both sides means use logarithmic differentiation. Taking logs on both sides means use logarithmic differentiation. तो पहला टाइप तो डिस्कस किया. Now in this case combination of x raised to 5 into tan cube 4x upon sin square 3x. Complicated है right side में. Directly if you try to differentiate, how will you differentiate? First use quotient rule. Quotient rule use करने के बाद numerator में product rule, and every time don't forget we are in the 12th now, we have to use the chain rule also. Go to the innermost function. So this becomes complicated हो जाता है, लेकिन log लेने के बाद it becomes a very simple sum. Only thing is you have to use rules of logs properly. तो आज second type में how do you recognize logarithmic differentiation है? Combination of multiplication and division of many functions, x raised to 5 tan cube divided by sin square 3x. Correct? तो log use करना है. So taking logs on both sides, we have to take logs on both sides. What do you get? Log of y is equal to log of RHS. After taking logs on both sides, remember we have to use rules of logs on the RHS. Don't differentiate. That day which rule had we seen? Log of x raised to x, x log x. X सामने आया if you remember. But now which rule are we going to see? देखो, this if you call this as a, this as b upon c. Which rule of log? Log of a into b upon c. We have discussed this many times. Rules of logs. Log a plus log b minus log c. It's like opening up the brackets. Multiplication gets converted into addition. Numerator मध्ये. Log a plus log b upon log c. Division gets converted into subtraction. We have seen many times. I'm going to take one more small lecture for rules of logs next time, so that things would be clear. So I'm using this rule now. Log a plus log b minus log c. So what do you get? देखो, this is your a into b upon c. The rule says log a plus log b minus log c. In the denominator you have got c. So minus log c, but c is what? Sin square 3x. Clear? Rule of log. If c was in the numerator into c, log of a into b into c just becomes log a plus log b plus log c. Multiplication just gets converted into addition, but c is in the denominator here, so minus log c. And log c means minus log of sin square 3x. That is the rule of log we have seen. After using the rules of logs, then we can differentiate. Okay, one more thing. और एक rule है. Smiley says, now use log of m raised to n log n. ये rule क्या है? Log of m raised to n comes in front. N log m. Why do we have to use this rule? Simply because ये ऊपर है देखो. This will come in front. 5 log x. अभी तक differentiate किया नहीं है. You just using 2 rules of logs. 5 log x. 5 comes in front. Any index that comes in front. 3 log of tan 4x. ये index है आगे आता है. 2 log sin 3x. Just rules of logs. N log n. That is the second rule of log that we have used. पहला ये यूज किया. Now ऊपर जो नंबर है, सर के ऊपर जो नंबर है वो सामने लाने का, ऊपर नहीं रखने का. Just bring it in front. Both rules of logs are done. Now let us take the derivative. Differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x means what? Take d by dx everywhere. So d by dx of log y, d by dx of log y, 5 constant. Remember, while taking derivatives, constant should be kept aside. बाजू को रखना है. 5 constant aside, d by dx of log x. 3 constant aside, d by dx of log of tan 4x. 2 constant aside, d by dx of log sin 3x. Constant बाजू को रखा है, अंदर log लेने का, derivative लेने का. Now, after taking the derivative, remember wherever we have got d by dx, we are going to use chain rule, derivatives of composite function. यानी क्या? Take the derivative of the outermost function, then go to the derivative of the inner function. Let us see. That day we discussed derivative of log x is 1 upon x, standard formula. Derivative of log y मैंने क्या बताया था? 1 upon y into derivative of y also, dy by dx. If it was log x, we just write 1 upon x. But if it is log y, remember we have to write 1 upon y dy by dx. Because in place of x, there is some other variable y. So we have to take the variable, derivative of that variable also. So derivative of log y, 1 upon y dy by dx. 5 constant, उसको कुछ करना नहीं है, बाजू को रखना है. If only 5 was there, derivative of 5 is 0. But 5 is present along with a function. So 5 को बाजू को रखा है. d by dx of log x standard formula. 5 बाजू को रखा है. Derivative of log x 1 upon x. 3 constant बाजू को रखा है. d by dx of log of tan 4x. log x का डेरिवेटिव 1 upon x है. So log of tan 4x का डेरिवेटिव क्या है? Chain rule, composite function. Outer function is log. Derivative of log is 1 upon. So 1 upon tan 4x. जो कुछ सामने है 1 upon करने का. और बाद में don't forget into d by dx of tan 4x also. Clear? Okay. वापस बोलूं, जरूरत है, एक बार बोलता हूं. डेरिवेटिव ऑफ लॉग एक्स 1 अपॉन एक्स. डेरिवेटिव ऑफ लॉग ऑफ tan 4x 1 अपॉन tan 4x, बट इनटू d by dx ऑफ tan 4x आल्सो. ऐसा करना है. 2 कांस्टेंट बाजू को रखा है. सेम वे डेरिवेटिव ऑफ दिस लॉग, पहला बाहर का फंक्शन लॉग, उसका डेरिवेटिव लेना. डेरिवेटिव ऑफ लॉग इज 1 अपॉन, जो कुछ सामने है, तो इसके सामने क्या है? sin 3x. So derivative of log of sin 3x is 1 upon sin 3x into d by dx of sin 3x also. Get used to this now, right? Log के सामने जो कुछ है उसका 1 upon लेने का and then take the derivative of that function also. Therefore d by dx of sin 3x. Okay, let us go ahead. 1 अपॉन वाई डिवाइड बाई डी एक्स तो आया ही है, log y का डेरिवेटिव 5 into 1 5 upon x, 3 into 1 3 upon tan 4x, d by dx of tan. Now remember, derivative of tan is sec squared. I will show you here. देखो, d by dx of tan is sec squared. जो कुछ सामने है वो आने ही वाले है. tan x है तो sec squared x आएगा. tan 4x है तो sec squared 4x आएगा into d by dx of 4x. समझा चंद्रू नवीन? So derivative of tan is sec squared. d by dx of tan is sec squared. Therefore derivative of tan 4x is sec squared 4x into d by dx of 4x. Also take the derivative of whatever is there. Let us go ahead. 2 into 1 2 upon sin 3x. Same way, try करो. d by dx of sin, derivative of sin is cos, standard formula. So derivative of sin x is cos x. So derivative of sin 3x will be cos 3x. Sin का derivative लिया. Into d by dx of 3x also. This is called as chain rule, composite function. बार बार बोलता रहूंगा मैं. 1 upon y dy by dx, 5 upon x. Let us simplify now. Tan 4x is sin 4x upon cos 4x. Sec squared is 1 upon cos squared, standard 10 standard formula. Sec squared is 1 upon cos squared 4x, and यहाँ पे है एक d by dx of 4x. मत बोलो, डेरिवेटिव लेना है उसका भी. So d by dx of 4x is 4 into 1. 4 कांस्टेंट बाजू को रखे, डेरिवेटिव ऑफ x is 1. 11 स्टैंडर्ड स्टफ. डेरिवेटिव ऑफ 4x भी लेना है, और ये जस्ट सिंप्लीफाई किया है. tan is sin upon cos, sec squared is 1 upon cos squared. आगे यहां पे भी थोड़ा फॉर्मूला यूज किया है. cos 3x upon sin 3x is cot 3x. cos upon sin is cot 3x. d by dx of 3x we haven't taken, we'll take it now. d by dx of 3x is 3 constant बाजू को रखें, derivative of x is 1. Everywhere we have taken the derivative. Now let us simplify. Right? Okay. How do you simplify? Cos squared में से 1 cos goes. Cos squared is present. यहाँ cos है. 1 cos gets cancelled. What remains is 3 into 4, 12. Sin 4x, cos 4x in the denominator. Minus 2 into 3 is 6 cot 3x. This is our answer. This was asked in JEE, sorry, CET में पूछा था और बोर्ड में भी पूछा था. लेकिन और एक स्टेप है, फाइनल आंसर अभी तक आया नहीं है. Because when asked in the CET, this option was not there. So what do you do? 2 things you have to do. सोचो जरा क्या करना है. That option was not there. मैंने क्या important rule बोला है आपको? Think over. याद आया? If you have to convert a problem involving sin and cos, जहां पे sin and cos है उसके सामने 2 लाने का. 2 should be in front. 2 sin cos, because 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta. Right? So यहाँ पे अगर 2 लाना है तो I have to multiply this by 2 also. 2 sin 4x cos 4x. Let us do that. That is an important step now. I am writing. Multiply and divide by 2. यहाँ पे 2 लिया, यहाँ पे 2 लिया, लीव इट एज इट इज. into 2, 24. Now use the formula 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta. This is theta. उसको 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करना है. 11 स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला. Clear? This step is very important. Multiply and divide by 2. You get 2 sin theta cos theta. देखो 2 sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta, that is sin 2 into 4x. टू इंटू 4x एंगल के अंदर यू आर अलाउड टू मल्टीप्लाई. Important step for logarithmic differentiation. Final step is simple step but important. Do you remember what? दोस्तों log differentiation में हमेशा on the left hand side we get log y, that is 1 upon y dy by dx always. So in the last step you have to put this value, you have to take y here, y को यहाँ पे ट्रांसफर करना है. ऐसा देखो, just y शिफ्ट करो, y को शिफ्ट करो, ब्रैकेट में कुछ चेंज नहीं है. But what is y? What is y? Y is actually given to us. This is y. सिर्फ कॉपी पेस्ट करना है, यहां से उठा के यहाँ पे डालो y की वैल्यू. Just put that over there. That's all. This is the answer. This is correct. But a better way of writing is put the value of y over there. Copy paste करना. Copy paste करने के बाद answer looks very big. लोग सोचने लगते हैं अरे बाप रे इतना बड़ा आंसर है, कितना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रॉब्लम रहेगा. लेकिन इट्स नॉट दैट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. Just you have to substitute the value of y here. ये देखो, last step, put the value of y. So dy by dx. What is the value of y? Put the value of y. बाकी का सब ऐसा ही लिखो. Now one more thing you can do. If you take this sign in the numerator, what is the reciprocal of sine? Cosec. So when it comes in the numerator, you can write it as answer looks very hi-fi and very big. But if you follow the steps correctly, logarithmic differentiation is quite interesting and simple. Use rules of logs. Rules of logs होने के बाद don't forget value of log y 1 upon y dy by dx. Then take the derivatives as they come. Go to the innermost function. And finally, when you get sin theta cos theta, you have to bring 2 in front. 2 सामने आना चाहिए. All these are small things to remember. Practice this. This was asked in CET and also in board exam. और 2-3 बार पूछा है. Okay? Interesting example for today. That's all for today, guys. We'll meet in another day or two. Bye.